My personal story is very important to understand because we're going to be doing an exercise later. My story starts as a tall, skinny philosophy major who walked onto the floor of the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. With only prior trading experience of being a futures broker and working for Merrill Lynch, well, that philosophy major was given a badge and put in the middle of the S&P futures pit. He looked around, he saw the energy, the millions of dollars whizzing back and forth with just hand signals, and he knew he had found his home. His job was to trade S&P futures to hedge option delta risk for a privately held options trading firm. That's right, me, Rich Friesen. The very first time I walked onto a trading floor was not as a clerk learning to trade, but as a trader. I had been hired by Chicago Research and Trading, founded by my college buddy, Joe Ritchie. And you can read about Joe in the new Market Wizards book. But for me, it wasn't a quick trip to the bank. My first trainer in the S&P options pit said these words, "Rich, you are the worst trainee I have ever had." As I tell this story about myself, I can still hear his voice as clear as I can hear mine now. Here I was in the heart of billions of dollars flowing back and forth, so close, so close. And to hear these words just crushed my hopes and dreams. Now, this feeling may be familiar to some of you also. Well, I managed to survive that withering criticism. And I opened a trading operation for CRT on the options floor of the Pacific Exchange. Now, I was determined, just like each of you are, to let nothing stop me. So for 3 years, I kept notes of everything I noticed, both on myself and my other traders. And I kept these notes on the 3x6 trading cards that I kept in my pocket. And you can see them in the yellow circle. I journaled everything of significance. And this stack of cards came almost a foot high. And I eventually turned them into a manual that I used to trade my own traders in my own firm, Trade Management LLC. Now that manual has evolved with time into the Mind Muscles for Traders program. So what did I learn from my journals? The most important thing is that consistent, profitable trading is possible. My firm was one of the most consistently profitable firms on the floor of the PSC. Well, so how did we do this? We didn't worry about profits. We just focused on our process of execution. The profits were a result of the process. But about half of the traders I hired succeeded. Well, what that means is the other half didn't generate profits or they created losses. And for me, that was critical. What was the difference? The successful traders honed their internal states. They built rapport with themselves and the market. Tyson, the tall trader in the white shirt, learned quickly. When he followed our process, he made money. When he needed his projections to be right, he lost money. So he soon became a very quick advocate of our magic carpet option trading strategy. And he became my best trader. Strong, consistent returns with minimal risk.